So, Daniel.
Yeah.
You know, usually when we start the pod, we have things that we're going to talk about. We have props or something that happened with our week.
Oh, yeah.
And you had something really big happen to you this week.
Yeah.
Bigger than what happened to you last week.
Yeah.
And we were going to bring it in and we're going to be like, oh my God, that looks way better than the thing you had last week. And yet, it's not here.
I know, I'm really disappointed in myself. We're doing this really early, comparatively. It's like noon.
Yeah. The podcast.
Yeah,
gotcha.
the pod.
I was like, it's the cold open. We're talking about what we did. That is as early as we usually do it.
It's like 1 p.m. We usually shoot this at like 6-ish.
It's between 4 to 7 to between who knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We have a standing rule with the members on the YouTube page. Like, you see the notification. You better click. Yeah.
But so we're doing this early, and so I just like was rushing out the house.
Mm-hmm.
But I won the film festival that I went to last weekend. Yes, thank you. I earned it.
Like I don't know, audience cheers.
Stop it.
Oh my
Please
goodness.
stop.
He's too
humble.
humble.
God, thank you. And I have the most like prestigious looking like fuck you awards, especially compared to the Party City. I have 2 awards.
You got 2?
We got 2 awards. We won.
When you called me late on Saturday night, you only told me about 1.
We won 2 awards.
Oh my
we
goodness.
won Best Picture.
Gotcha.
And Best Cinematography.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have a plaque and I have a little like glass statue.
So
because
it's not made out of like plastic and super glue.
No.
Like you could kill somebody with it.
Oh yeah.
I think the mark of a good trophy is if it could keel.
Yeah.
It's
if
like
it could keel.
if it's the Blade show, Forge and Fire.
Yeah.
Like if it could keel, that's a good trophy.
Yeah. That's what they say when they hand it to you.
Yeah.
They like give you this plaque and they say, "Great film. This can kill."
It could kill. And you're like, absolutely it could. Well, hell yeah, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Don't worry, next time I'm going to bring all of them. I want
to line them up in terms of which like means the most to you. Like, what's your favorite child?
My drive for being a better filmmaker now is to just one day have episode like 70 of the pod and I'm just like Mrs. Puff on her date with Mr. Krabs.
Just peeking out over the trophies. Yeah. God, they never smashed. That was unfortunate.
I
Mrs.
know.
Puff. That could have been a beautiful romance.
I feel like they like hook up every now and then. Mrs. Puff is definitely like a booty call kind of girl.
And so while you were gone, you know, doing like career moves and all of that,
right?
I was out Saturday night, you know, hit the town.
Oh, I know.
Went out with your roommates.
Yeah, he stole my roommates.
We were all like, "Wow, Danny's like actually not as cool as you think he is." And they were like, "Wow, we should like want to hang out with you more often, Nick." Which is true. I'm actually not lying about that.
Both?
Yes, they were like, "We want to hang out with you more."
No, I mean both statements.
No.
Where you said I suck.
The first one
friends.
was a lie. We were talking about you. We were like, "Danny's so cute." I was like, I asked Josh, I was like, "Why didn't you go?" And he was like, "Oh, this one literally just popped out of nowhere." But you got nominated like a week ago.
Yeah, we got nominated like 2 weeks ago, and then they were like, "Do you want to fly for $500 to Connecticut?" And I was like, "Not really."
Imagine like, what if you hadn't said yes? Like, what? Like,
then we wouldn't be in the festival.
Gotcha.
So he was like, "You are in the festival on the contingent that you come."
Of course, yeah.
And so I was like, I just won't be in the festival then. And he's like, "All right, well, let's work it out real quick." Like,
he's like, we want you to win.
So that was hype. If I didn't win, because the first 2 films of the festival,
livid.
The first 2 films of the festival were really, really good. And I was like,
do they show the whole? You just sit there and you watch.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours of films.
Oh my God.
It's
like that get to mine and be like, can we skip it? I don't I've seen it. Like, what are we doing?
Get to mine, idiots.
Yeah, it's just like, I'll come back when we're playing mine. Flip everybody else. You walk back out backwards.
You say that the second the first one it starts. the second the first film sharts into screen.
The first film was actually really creative. It was a 15-minute just shit dialogue.
It's avant-garde.
Yeah, really.
But they the first 2 films were really, really good. And I was like, these sons of bitches, they just invited me here because I'm from Connecticut, so they knew I would bring people. I was like a political vote. Like, and so I was like livid. I was cooking in my seat. And then like the quality started to like go up and down as they do at festivals, but all of these were like at least 7 out of 10. Like everything was at least very good.
I mean, it wasn't in Muskogee.
It wasn't Muskogee.
Yeah. It was in a place where people live.
Muskogees were a lot of like 40-year-old midlife crisis films where someone just like picked up a camcorder and like shot fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And so that
just
was
like,
uncomfortable.
Like an ashtray filled with like half-smoked cigarettes, and they're like, this is
and they're eating them.
Yeah, like I'm the trash man. You're like, I think somebody's already done that bit.
Yeah. But no, it was good. Trinity Film Festival, very, very cool. Run by 2 of the actors in the movie Green Book. Have you seen Green Book?
The movie that came out in 1998?
Not the Green Mile.
Oh, the Green
Book, which came out 2 years ago and won Best Picture.
Wait, are you talking about the Green Knight?
Talking about Green Book, Nick.
No, I think you're talking about Green Knight. Because
Green
that
Mile,
was a movie that came
Green
out
Knight.
2 years ago, and everyone was like, is it good? Is it bad?
It's not.
Oh, Green Book.
Green Book.
The one with the driver.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
With Mahershala Ali.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
And then the other dude.
And the other man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
are they the two that were running, or no? They were just in Green Book.
I like the idea that I'd be like, yeah, like the guys from Green Book, and I mean Mahershala Ali. Yeah,
like multiple Oscar winner Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, exactly. But no, the guys like who are related to the like writer of Green Book and who are like in the movie were like running it coincidentally.
Weird.
Yeah.
Did you like,
very strange?
Yeah. You do a little like, hey, I happen to win.
Yeah,
do a little elbow rub.
He like came up and was like, I loved your film, and I was like, yeah, whatever, fogey, and I flew past him. Just found the nearest hot
later,
chick,
loser.
and I was like, hey, check this out.
Yeah, look at this glass spike.
Yeah.
So Sarah didn't come,
Sarah didn't come.
but you met her in New York.
Yes.
So, well, you were out being cultured. I was getting a new tattoo.
you?
Saturday,
Let's
Saturday
see.
got a new tattoo
Oh,
of
wow.
Tsunade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe you waited so long to reveal that.
Well, we were busy talking about you and your accomplishments.
I know.
I need to sit for 7 hours. That's it.
You're arcing. Like, I'm surprised that my accomplishments would come
It's
before your
burying
tattoos.
the lead because we have to get people hooked before we give them the actual news.
the actual
Sure,
content.
Danny won 2 awards,
Yeah.
but Nick got a new tattoo.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Show it again. Show the wide.
It's kind of
Yeah,
kinda
dance, bitch. Dance, monkey. It's a tough spot to
it's a
show
very
off.
tough spot to show us the tricep.
Yeah.
So, and then like, because Brian came down to LA, my tattoo artist, and he was like, I want to tattoo you. And I was like, all right, let's do it. But Dorothy was like, we have plans Saturday. And I was like, I'll make it. So I pull up to a bar that everyone's at. It's in K-Town. It's like a lounge where you eat and you drink. You've been there. I brought you. Everyone's eating and drinking. They just gotten the food. We're just shooting the shit, drinking soju. But I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt because like I'm bleeding everywhere. Like I have like literally I have a bandage like tied to my arm. And they're like, all right, let's go to this lounge we've always been curious about. And like me and Dorothy kind of foresaw this happening. We're like, oh, like they're probably not gonna let me in with like athletic wear. So I brought in like a nice jacket. I wore the jacket as I went through security. They're like, you're good. I take it off. It's hot as shit in the club. And I'm bouncing around. I go to pee. And one of the bouncers is like, I finished my drink. One of the bouncers sees me. He's like, hey, you can't pee in here like that.
Whoa.
And I was like, like what? Like I was like, he was like, you can't. You can't be. Where's your shirt, man? And I was like, I'm bleeding. So I'm literally. I was like, I have a bandage. I'm bleeding right now. And he's
you
like,
also
no.
got in to begin with.
Yeah,
Like it's not like you snuck in.
Well, so we'd all carrying our jackets. I gave I ordered a bunch of drinks, and the bartender loved me. And I was like, all right, here, take the fucking jackets. And he held on to them. I was like, the bartender has my jacket. He's like, go get it. I was like, I'm going to piss. I was like, fuck off. I'm an adult. I'm going to pee.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm waiting for you outside the bathroom. I go pee. He's sitting outside the door for me. Like I have a fucking gun.
Wow.
And I was like, all right. And he was like, all right, go get your shirt. And I was like, all right, I go get it. I put it on. It's hot. I keep it on for 10 minutes. I'm sweating again. I take one sleeve out. Dude's apparently had his eyes on me the entire time. So he just looks up, he pulls over his manager, and manager comes over and goes, you got one more chance. And I am so bad in these situations because I don't give a shit. I genuinely don't. I just start laughing.
You shouldn't. Yeah, this is such a silly situation.
Yeah, and I just start laughing. I'm like, okay. He just got like red in the face. Like, well, one more chance, dude. I'm like, all right,
That's
dude.
so funny.
And he's like, you know what? Bounce him. And I was like, okay.
Bounce him?
Yeah. He looks at the bouncer. He's like, bounce him. The guy like grabs me. Dorothy's freaking out.
Whoa.
I'm crying laughing. Dorothy's like grabbing his arm. She's like, we'll go. She's fucking slapping his arm. I'm fucking rolling. I'm like, all right, dude. This bouncer's wearing a badge.
Yeah.
He had a little badge around his neck.
Cute.
Like the security protocol like gave him a badge.
Yeah.
So funny. And yeah, we got bounced at like midnight. It was really funny.
That's so funny.
But it was really funny because like all my friends were like, we were just about to leave too. And they were like, really? It was like kismet. It was really good timing.
That's so funny. I've never, until like you told me about it like a few weeks ago, I never heard of like dress code clubs.
Yeah.
I guess he has truly nothing better to do.
That's the thing.
Like, yeah. Like it's literally like this is so not comparable, but I was a pool boy for quite some time.
That makes a lot of sense. I can see it.
At my
In
local,
those shorts?
Yeah,
Wow.
in those shorts. At my local condo complex, I was a pool boy.
How'd that application process go? You're like, I'm
Nepotism.
young, I'm thin. You don't want to see me sweep some pools here.
Yeah, it was literally just like one summer. I was like, I need a job. My mom was like, ask the pool if they want to hire you.
Yeah.
And also the way
What's with parents' conception of like, it was like growing up, and I guess it did kind of work like that, honestly. You were like, I don't have a job. And they're like, go hand out a resume. And I fucking did.
Yeah.
I went to like PacSun and I was like, I don't even know what my resume was. I was like, I put my GPA on there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was like
smart.
16. Yeah. I was like, and they were like, yeah, fucking, it's $7 an hour. Like, come fold clothes. We don't give a shit.
we had the pool or the condo complex had one person who like wasn't paying rent or whatever. They like weren't up on
They're
their
like,
payments.
send the pool boy.
Kind of. Instead of evicting them, they just very passive aggressively gave everybody else a pool pass and then hired me to keep out anyone who didn't have one. And so that condo, like, those people came one day and I was like, yeah, you need a pool pass to get in here. And they're like, oh, we didn't get a pool pass. And I was like, yeah, I know. And we just like looked at each other for a bit and they just walked away and were never a problem again.
Going through the process of printing out and laminating a pool pass for everybody in the condo to get around knocking on somebody's door and being like, we don't want you in here.
Yeah.
A level of passive aggressiveness I strive to achieve.
It was so funny. I was hired for like 3 years and then
You have 3 years pool experience?
under my belt. That's on my resume.
I'm getting you in the backyard right now. I don't even know why we had my guy pull up today. I should have had you.
Fire your guy. I saw him and I was like, that's not up to code. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's
got
doing.
no idea what he's doing.
But that reminds me of the bouncer thing because I remember like I wasn't even a lifeguard. Like my job was to keep people out of the water, not the water out of them.
Gotcha.
Right? So like people would come and they'd be like, oh, I forgot my pass. Like, can you just let me in? And I was like, I truly do one thing. Like I sit here, I watch movies all day. The
Great
one
job.
thing I am paid to do is make sure you have a pass.
Yeah.
Like if anyone finds out I let you in, I am truly obsolete.
Yeah.
Like go get your pass.
It's literally, I can see your house from here.
Yeah, I feel like that's got to be the bouncer's position.
Even after the person left.
Yeah.
Did they still do the pool passes?
No, I got replaced by robots. I got replaced by AI.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. They could literally just scan it.
It's a scanner.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
hard. Like, it
Yeah.
all just have a gate.
That, and also they have like a robot cleaning the pool. So I've truly
One
been
of those
like
ones that
usurped.
just like drives around.
Yeah.
So we rented a mansion in Malibu for Dorothy's birthday. Or no, it was my birthday.
The dichotomy of our stories right now.
Man of the people.
Yeah,
and the pool had one of those. It was
you
really
getting
cool.
kicked out of a bougie like club to I rented a mansion for these people.
We did. It was a great weekend. We had some friends over. But it had one of those. It was really cool. But okay. Hello. That's the end of our cold opening. I am Nicholas Connor, also known as NC Hammer 23 or the Weeb Commander, and I'm joined by award-winning, three-time award-winning director.
I'll take it from here, Nick. I'm 3-time award-winning director Danny Motta. You've heard of me. I'll tell you right now.
This is his podcast.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here,
Yeah.
honestly. End of the day.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Nick.
So to get into content news, this doesn't exactly have to do with anime, but it is something that I did this week that I really need to talk about. I got I got sent. The people who like, I don't know, like we have connections and sometimes I just get sent things without asking. I do hand motions. You're Italian too. Fuck off. And so the people, I think it was like Universal or something, sent me a copy. It wasn't Universal, but it was the people who like manage Universal's like clientele.
Okay.
Which is weird as to why the rest of this story. But like they sent me a redeemable copy of Ant-Man Quantumania.
Okay.
It was like, there was like, look at this is your copy of Ant-Man
A
Quantumania.
redeemable copy. Does that mean this one's good?
Well, so no.
Zing.
I like what you did there. It was like a little plastic cutout. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, they shrunk it, but there was just a code. Like,
Yeah.
I think they were trying to promote this new app.
Okay.
So I watched it. Holy shit, was it bad?
Yeah, not good.
Holy
Like,
shit, was it bad?
Borderline not a movie, right?
Like,
yeah.
So fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like.
Did you like the part where he was like, with their backs are to the wall, and the guy was like, I taught these ants how to use guns.
Yeah, and they come out of nowhere and they're like, oh, they hit a time dilation on the way down, so they've had thousands of years to build a civilization.
Yeah.
And the writing, horrendous.
Very
it's
bad.
the first time Paul Rudd's ever looked old.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand. Like Kang was cool, but like even like Jonathan Majors acting felt chunky.
Yeah.
I was just, the whole thing was fucking really bad.
Yeah, not good. And it's funny too, because all the discourse was people being like everyone defending it was like, haven't you heard of like, what's it called? Like a linking movie or some a setup movie.
Setup movie?
Yeah, like, haven't you heard of a setup movie?
Have you heard of a
like,
setup
what?
in the beginning of a movie? Like that's
Yeah.
that's how it works.
Yeah, the setup is the first 30 minutes of a movie.
Exactly.
No full film should be a setup.
2.5 hours of being
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. So like, it's like the first Dune.
Yeah.
It's like, I can understand like, look, oh my God, we're enriched in the universe, but at least the cinematography was good and the writing was good
Yeah.
in Dune. Like you're building up a massive world. Like you can't do it in one movie,
Yeah.
but like this was not, it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. And honestly, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I don't,
Yeah.
I think it's my last one.
That's fair.
I think
That's
it's
so
my last
fair.
MCU movie.
I hit that with Thor Love and Thunder, and then I was invited to the Ant-Man screening, so I was like, oh, I'll do it again. And I was like, yeah, these are all bad.
They're not
unanimously,
good.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think I'm just tapped.
Any other filmmaker, studio, whatever, who comes out with a movie and is like, oh yeah, it sucks, but it's a setup movie,
Yeah.
would not work again.
Never.
Like, would not get a
My
second
thing.
movie.
I'm trying to like equate this into anime terms, and I'm like, has the Ant-Man series ever had like a really good movie?
No.
None of them are that good.
Yeah. It's a setup series. Like,
fucking 3 of them.
Yeah.
Imagine if we got 3 fucking seasons of One Piece and back to back to back.
Yeah.
Every single one sucked. Everyone was like, but we're building.
Yeah.
We're building. Like, no.
To be fair, I feel like anime is maybe the worst comparison, because there are shows where it's like people are like, get past the first 40 episodes and then it's good. Like Black Clover, people say that with, right? Like,
But okay, here's the thing. But like, true. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was gonna insert my bias in here, but that is true. I think Black Clover is good from the jump.
Yeah.
The animation is kind of shit at times, but like,
it ebbs and flows for sure.
and I guess in an essence, there is bad back-to-back seasons of One Piece. Like I would say
Ooh.
Fishman Island.
Ooh.
No. This
Strap it in.
is a very no Fishman Island and Punk Hazard objectively not good.
Is Fishman Island not Arlong Park?
No.
Oh,
So they
okay.
actually finally, after the time skip, the first place they go is Fishman Island, which
Interesting.
they've been trying to get to for a long time. That arc, objectively bad.
Okay.
Punk Hazard, not bad, just
Yeah.
not good.
Oh, you know the what were the spies called? The Baroque works.
Oh, yeah,
when they're
yeah.
introduced, boring as hell.
That is, yeah, that's
Like when
the,
they first hit the Grand Line.
oh my God, that is a very, like, outside of the people that introduces, because Mr. Zero and Mr. 3 come
Yeah.
back again in Impel Down, and then obviously Robin is Miss All
Yeah,
Sunday.
right.
So like obviously that arc like holds a little place in my heart because I love Robin.
Yeah.
And then like that arc just kind of sets up for Alabasta, which is good. But like, I don't know, man. And then Thor has 3 movies, none of
Yeah,
which
oh,
are
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I just I
Thor
don't-
has 4 movies,
Oh, you're fucking right. It does have 4.
one of which is okay.
One of which is okay. Like Ragnarok
Yeah.
was fine.
Ragnarok is so fine.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's it. I think I'm done. I think
Yeah.
I'm tapped out. I just
Welcome
don't.
to our Marvel podcast,
Yeah,
where we
I
bash
just-
where we bash movies that we aren't even like supposed to be talking about on the show.
I guess. Yeah, you're right. I just saw it like, and I was like, this is so
Yeah.
noteworthily bad. I need to bring it up. Like I was like, I was like, I know we don't talk about it, but holy shit, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can talk about anime. The
Fine.
the power scalers are mad at me.
Oh, hype. That's so first off, can I just say, because it keeps distracting me, your beard looks fantastic today.
I trimmed it just before and I shaved.
It looks very good.
You also look good.
Yeah, I will stop it.
Yeah.
That it's always so fascinating to me as I derail this sentence
Mm-hmm.
that you have such beef with power scalers,
Mm.
considering you almost do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, so you're absolutely right. I do it in like same universes.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, Naruto fights, you
Right,
know, like
yeah.
because like we can compare them. Like there's like feasible assets to like be like, oh, X punchy so hard. But unfortunately, I'm not in power scaling for the love of power scaling.
Yeah.
I'm in power scaling because I'm 2.5 years into making anime content, and if you don't fucking start power scaling. You run out of shit. You
Yeah.
run out of shit.
Oh, okay.
You have to answer the question: how strong is Hashirama? Who wins in a fight between Naruto and Hashirama? I post 3 times a week on Instagram 23.
There's only so
Motherfuckers-
much Naruto to talk
Motherfuckers got to
about.
start throwing blows at some point. Like I was very reluctant to get like, but like unfortunately it does numbers. But like to this day, my most popular videos are still theory videos
Right.
and like informational videos that people are like curious
Yeah.
about. Not, thank God, because like, but at the same time. I will have a conversation about like who I believe is stronger, but like what my biggest beef with like the power scaling community is how much toxicity it introduces to the community because it's just people screaming at each other. And I'm like, these guys are never gonna fight. Like if you're having fun, go off, King. You know, I'm not gonna be the fun police. But like, it's just like you're screaming at each other about how one universe is bigger and therefore there's a higher amount of gravity. And I'm just like, what are we doing?
I know, it gets ridiculous because I like a little power scaling. I like a good discussion, but it gets ridiculous. You got to take it case by case on like who you're putting up against who.
Yeah.
Like I hate when people are like, who would win in a fight, Darth Vader or the Hulk? And it's like, well, who fucking cares?
Who gives a shit?
What is this matchup? Like, I saw like a TikTok that was like, who would win, like John Wick or Miles Morales? And it's like thousands of comments, and it's like pick almost similar people, right?
Like people who would have some semblance of an overlap. Like the biggest one right now is like Naruto versus Luffy because Luffy got Gear 5 and all of that, and so like everybody's like, oh my goodness, Baryon mode versus Luffy, and it's just like, and like if you want to have the conversation, go off, go off. But like when it comes to like verbal blows, like you're like fuck you, like that's wild.
Yeah, everyone walks out a dweeb. Like, just know that. Like
if you're like legitimately heated with a stranger on the internet about like a cross universe fight. That like I can understand like maybe getting heated about the same universe. Maybe because like there's feats that you can be like, but like I don't know, how's Luffy gonna deal with Genjutsu or shit like that? And it's stupid. It's all dumb.
Boy.
But that being said, do I love Death Battle? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the only reason I like Death Battle is because they do like number crunchy moments. Like they do the math. And I'm like, this is fun. And not because like, I honestly, the reason I watch Death Battle is because I want to see them quantify how powerful individual characters are. I won't even watch the fight.
Yeah.
I'll like, I'm crazy
skip
like that.
the fight. I don't care. Like, I like the facts and shit. The fight is like, it's all pixel art anyway. Like,
sometimes they go crazy.
Yeah.
They've recently like re-upped it. Like when it's a big fight, they'll like animate it, but like PS2 graphics. It's kind of fun to watch.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool.
So why are they mad at you?
Oh, because I was like, if you've ever screamed at somebody online, like over anime, like in general.
You
like,
made what, a TikTok about this?
Yeah. Gotcha. And they were like, oh, bro's the fun police. And I was like, I'm just like, there's a lot of negativity in the world.
Yeah.
You don't need to yell at people about cartoons.
Yeah.
Like that's just, have a conversation. You know, just hang out with each other.
People get so unbelievably heated over any opinion. It's insane.
Yeah. It's just wild to me to this day. Like people can be like, who cares? Like Luffy and Naruto wouldn't fight.
Yeah.
They would get in the eating competition, maybe.
Yeah.
Which
I feel like Luffy wins, right?
I got it, cause like the stretching, right?
Yeah, just for like physical durability. Yeah.
You know what's wild is the person who eats the most out of the Naruto universe isn't even Naruto.
Is it Choji?
It's not even Choji. It's Hinata. Canonically, it's Hinata.
Weird.
Hinata
what,
holds,
like on screen?
Like who's eating the most?
Yeah.
Like Hinata holds the record for most like bowls of ramen eaten at Ichiraku Ramen. It's like 64 bowls.
God, you really are running out of Naruto content to talk about.
I've known that for years.
I just love that, like, the Naruto well is getting so picked dry that it's
I
like,
have to be like,
who has the most ramen count? Like,
power scale.
Yeah.
There's a video on that.
I bet.
There's an April Fool's video in that or something like who's got the biggest stomach in Naruto.
Yeah.
Biggest anime eater.
Yeah.
Like actual being like I like
genuinely like I bet people would watch that.
I bet you if I went through individual like consumption moments and I was like Goku ate X pounds of food here.
Yeah. Well, Goku's constantly don't fucking look at me so eager.
This is an idea right here.
Looking face.
I'm gonna start writing some notes down.
I know, I see it in you. You're I gotta get this out before this drops so no one steals it.
It's gotta be Choji because of the butterfly mode. He can convert calories into chakra. But we don't I think it was like in the recent Family Day episode, we found out he couldn't do it limitlessly.
Oh yeah. Well, Goku, I feel like eats like, well, actually, here's the thing. Luffy and Goku are both putting on like fucking cartoon amounts of food. Yeah. Like they've got just like a giant turkey leg. And also most
just
of the
like
shit,
a stick of mutton.
Yeah, exactly. Like most of the shit Sanji's cooking up is like a fucking sea monster. I feel like I can't imagine someone beating Luffy.
Also, like Luffy can kind of just like, and like he'll get like really big and then he just like snaps back together.
Yeah, so I feel like Luffy doesn't count unless you are scaling.
Well, you gotta count him.
Well, but I mean like he counts, but I don't think anyone beats him.
It's him or Goku.
Unless you are scaling where it's like, okay, Naruto has a regular metabolism.
Yeah.
Compare like how what that would affect a normal man eating like 1,000 bowls of ramen.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You know what I've like actually like seen recently? There's this guy on TikTok and he does like like a food challenge like every day.
Yeah.
And he eats like 25,000 calories. And he's all about like, oh, the flavor fatigue is getting me. As he's eating like 17 cookie cakes in a row. This dude puts on like 35 pounds a day and is like still ripped. And I'm like, listen. He's like, oh, I stay in shape by running. And I was like, listen, you're throwing up.
Yeah.
Like you're not like, oh, you don't run off 25,000 calories.
Yeah.
That's the biggest lie. It's the biggest lie amongst like food, like food challenge. People are like, oh, I just work out, keep it off. There's no work.
Yeah.
A marathon is
Wow,
25,000
you're
calories.
coming for every YouTube community.
I'm
you're
just-
exposing
I'm
them all.
No, I'm just saying, like, oh yeah, that's how I keep the weight up. Nobody keeps 30,000 calories down. It just doesn't happen.
No.
It's absolutely insane. So yes, they're mad at me, but whatever. I'm beyond it.
Clearly.
I'm getting back on my TikTok shit. I made 40 TikToks in the last 2 days.
God,
yeah.
fucking insane.
I know, right?
What an uphill battle. TikTok doesn't even fucking like encourage you to
No.
do that.
No, TikTok
doesn't
actively
even want
discourages
people on
you.
their app anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
they're like, you could like. There's so many of my friends being like, I have a friend Mesa Windu, he does make Star Wars content. I think 1.3 million followers. Makes a Star Wars video now. It's like 1,500 views. It's like physically, how is that possible?
yeah, I know. It's insane. TikTok is like discouraging everyone and everything from being on their platform.
Yeah,
We were
but
just talking about they do this thing now where you can be in a program where you will only get paid for videos over a minute. Why would that exist?
Yeah, they're trying to become YouTube, and it's kind of work. It's not like it is, and it isn't kind of working because like there's this guy, like he's like a bald dude with a beard who gives like news, and it'd be like, today tragic news as like a mother of 3 who made a book about like the passing of her husband is actually revealed to be the murderer, and he makes like 3-minute videos, and it's like how I get my news. I'm like, oh my, but it's like only macabre shit because like that's all I give a shit about. Like I just like I want to hear about like the local serial killers.
Yeah.
I listen to Last Podcast on the Left religiously is what I want, but like honestly, like that's kind of it. It's like you'll be scrolling and it won't tell you it's a 10-minute video. So I'll be 5 minutes into a video about like a 1922 like revolver being like restored, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how long is this?
Oh yeah, I've watched like entire seasons of Pawn Stars on
Oh,
TikTok.
oh my
Yeah.
God, I love Pawn Stars talk,
Yeah.
dude. I'm in there like swimmer. So like, and honestly, what I've heard is above 1 minute, like that threshold actually does pay pretty well. But like obviously, like anything is better than the short form.
Yeah.
But like the reason that I make TikToks isn't for TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
I make TikToks so they can be reposted elsewhere.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
honestly, if you're like a budding content creator, as 2 people who do this full time, like genuinely, like TikTok is a place to get exposure. It's a place to build your like your community and all that. It's the least sticky app out of all of the apps. Like in terms of like a community that sticks with you.
Oh right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like a million people
Yeah.
could like a TikTok of your face and then forget what you look like immediately.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Like you have to be seen 12 to 15 times on TikTok for anybody to even be like, oh, that guy.
I thought you meant they were like just the most well-kept
Yeah.
of the audience. Where like, yeah, like TikTok not very sticky. You get YouTube followers, they're fucking shaking your hand and
Just
they're covered in Cheerios and honey. Like
it's like it's like an iPad kid just like, oh, nice to and just coughing on your hand. So I that's actually a good question. I would say
who the stickiest
stickiest
community
fan
is?
base.
You try every episode. You try so hard to lose fans. Let me tell you.
No, I'm saying like in terms of content creators,
Right.
Twitch are definitely the stickiest.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've been to TwitchCon, and listen, I've been to TwitchCon and Anime Expo. TwitchCon smelled worse. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but TwitchCon smelled worse. Then I'd say it's TikTokers,
Okay.
and no,
Well, TikTok's just anybody.
exactly.
You know?
but the problem is there's a whole branch of TikTok that's just hot and loud.
You know who I think is like the cleanest, most pristine
It's gotta be
viewer?
YouTubers. Outside of Minecraft YouTubers.
Instagram.
Oh, also
people on
hot and
Instagram.
quiet.
Yeah, very quiet, just like your average person, like just like sometimes scrolling, mainly there for pictures, not really getting into arguments too hot.
Oh, I'm talking about the people who make the content on
who
certain
make
apps.
them. I got you. Then yeah, Twitch,
stickiest.
stickiest.
TikTok probably second stickiest.
Yeah.
I'd say YouTuber last, outside of Minecraft YouTubers.
Yeah.
Because we
I
all
don't
know the propensities
Not
of
the
Minecraft.
YouTubers I follow, like Asmongold and stuff.
He does look, he looks physically sticky.
He looks sticky.
He looks very sticky.
I'm sorry to call him out by name.
It is unfortunate.
Not that he'll ever see
Yeah,
this.
no,
but,
he won't. But it's unfortunate because
Yeah.
he has a podcast where he sits next to that, like Emeru, who is gorgeous. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is not a good look. She's on a podcast with Tectone and Asmongold, and like,
Yeah.
it's just like gorgeous woman, and then like just two like borderline trolls of men, and I'm like, oh my god, like it's does not a good look for either of you. But yeah, so how did we get here?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know how we got here, but I am segueing.
Yeah.
Magic and Muscles. Are you caught up yet?
I never will. We keep talking about how it sucks.
Son of a bitch.
We keep talking about how it's bad. Why would I watch it?
I'm going to talk about it every week because
Why are you talking about it every week?
because it's funny. Hey, I actually in my notes here, it's Magic and Muscles had to use screaming plants for potions. Pretty sure that happens in Harry Potter. Also, Danny would hate Mashal. Because it is literally everything you despise in anime wrapped up in a neat little package.
Okay,
Rattle
off the list.
It is literally, it's just like ridiculousness. It's an aloof main character. Just like the main character's never like really in danger because he's like super overpowered.
Yeah.
But it's just like all the ridiculousness and like tropiness of anime.
Right.
Like tied up in a neat little package, and it's I love it. I love a good comedy anime because like it just like I just turn my brain off.
Yeah.
I don't need everything to be JJK or just, like just dark and brooding. Like I love Psyche K. I love Gintama. Like I love like just humor. And so like that's kind of what you get with Mashal. And like, yes, it's ridiculous. And yes, it's very like anime-y and you would despise it. But so this episode, they literally had to like sedate screaming plants.
Right.
That's
that's the screaming like mandrake or whatever.
Like,
Yeah,
put
from
it
Harry
in the
Potter
water or some shit. And so they had to make potions.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you did with the mandrake.
Just torture them.
Yeah, like more or less, like they sounded like they were in
it's just
pain.
a stress reliever.
Yeah, you're
for the person.
Just gouging out plants' eyeballs, like, scream.
Yeah.
So they had to do that, and I was like, oh, okay. So we're not even hiding it anymore.
Yeah.
It's Harry Potter.
That's so interesting.
But it
That's
got
so
me
weird.
thinking.
Yeah.
What IP would you want to see like vaguely
Ripped off into
vaguely
an
adapted
anime?
into anime? Exactly.
Interesting. Percy Jackson?
Ooh.
Probably.
See,
But I like that it's vaguely ripped off. Because the Percy Jackson anime, I wouldn't give a shit about.
because
like
you've seen it, you've done it.
I've seen it, they've done it. I don't want to watch like a PG anime,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But if it's like, you know, your PG-13 to R anime, as most anime kind of is,
Yeah.
I'd be so down for like a bunch of demigods who are like in these camps. Like, you know, you have a bunch of like classes that are like, these are all the Poseidon kids, these are all this kids.
Gotcha.
That'd go so hard as
That
an
would
anime.
like, and then it would be like kind of like, I mean, it's kind of like Harry Potter where there's like the dorms almost. It's like,
It's
are you
kind
Zeus's
of
kid?
High School of God or whatever. God of High School. It's
yeah.
kind of that
I
because all the
haven't-
students are like based on like the main kids, like Sun Wukong. They're all kind of based on different Chinese
Yeah,
gods.
they all are. I haven't read a singular page of Percy Jackson or seen the movies, so I'm completely out of touch here. If I had to say anything,
Yeah.
I just because this is like the only book I can really think of because it's the only book I've ever really read. Hunger Games.
I was thinking
anime
that.
Hunger Games, they exist.
That happens.
It's
Yeah,
just battle royale.
yeah.
It happens. But
Yeah.
like vaguely based off like the same universe of Hunger Games where it's like, oh no, there's this fascist government that's forcing everybody to battle.
Yeah.
And like now we have to battle, but we have to overthrow this government. If you loosely adapted that into like an anime plot, it would be sick, dude.
What's like a non-book you would want to do? Like, because I'm trying to think
Like a movie?
like a show or a movie. Like, because I'm trying to think like, okay, because my mind also went to Hunger Games after Percy Jackson. And I was like, well, we're just doing YAs. What's like...
But like I feel like YA is the thing that like it's usually fantastical. It's very sci-fi forward.
Yeah.
So like that I feel like that converts to anime well. One thing outside of a book, a good TV show that I would like, oh man, Peaky Blinders would be a trip. But I feel like
That's like Tokyo Revengers, isn't it?
yeah, I guess.
Essentially.
I also guess like 1920s England would be weird. I think it happens. Black
Yeah.
Butler,
Moriarty the Patriot.
Moriarty the Patriot. Like
Yeah.
we've been to England. I mean, those are like more 1800s, but like a steampunk like themed Peaky Blinders about like a gang trying to take over like
Yeah.
from the slums of London in anime form would be sick.
Man, I'm trying to think of like anything. That's such a good question.
Uh-huh.
I like that so much. I'm just trying to think of like,
It's basically a love letter we made for ourselves.
yeah, man.
Oh, you know what we're not even considering?
What are we not even considering, Nick?
Video games.
That's so true.
Yeah.
You know what video game anime adaptation would save the video game series, Titanfall.
Oh
You
my
give
God.
Titanfall the cyberpunk treatment, that Titanfall 3 comes back.
Titanfall has a plot, right?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
sort
think
of. The
it's
second
got,
game
like,
had a story mode.
Yeah, the second game has like a great campaign that I don't remember the plot of, and it's got like lore.
Yeah.
And Apex Legends technically builds on that lore because it's the same universe.
Oh, it's so weird.
It's gross.
Honestly, an Apex Legends anime wouldn't be that bad either.
I'd be furious if that got one and Titanfall didn't.
That's fair, genuine. But like, honestly, it probably would.
It would and probably will.
I think Titanfall is the better choice.
Yeah.
But Apex Legends, more people would watch.
More people would watch. It would make more sense. I'd
Yeah.
be like astonished if they chose Titanfall,
Mm-hmm.
but I would understand why they
You'd be like,
wouldn't.
objectively, the right choice.
Objectively a bad call making this Titanfall
But the thing is, there's already such a precedence for a Titanfall-ish anime.
Yeah.
Because it's mech.
it's based on anime.
Yeah, like it's literally just like pilots controlling mechs. Like
Yeah.
we've done this a million times, but
Yeah.
now it's like connected to an existing IP that people love.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
It's funny because anime based on video games that are failing helps the video games. Like the Cyberpunk game got so many people to
yeah.
re-download it. Didn't make the game better, but like
I mean, the game had gotten objectively better since. It had improved a lot, so everybody returning back to it.
But it's like I saw someone in chat mention Dishonored. Like that's another one where I think if like a banging anime came out, like Studio Trigger, Mappa, someone came out with a crazy anime for it, we may get Dishonored 3. Like it may reignite it.
why do I feel like we've gotten an Assassin's Creed anime? Oh, because there is an Assassin's Creed manga. That's why.
Is there?
I got sent it.
Whoa.
Viz like reached out to me one day, and I love Viz. If you're watching this, invite us to Anime Expo, please. We'll do a talk for you or something. But they were like, hey, we want to send you some manga. Do you have anything you like? And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I love JJK, Chainsaw Man, like Boruto.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, cool. And then they proceeded to send me the second book from the Assassin's Creed Cockfight, which is a story about a chicken that fights other people. I might have it around
Is
here.
it an assassin? It's like a descendant of Desmond Miles?
I didn't read it, believe it or not. Because I got sent the second one.
Right.
And then I think I got sent Sakamoto Days. I think I got sent like the 7th book of Sakamoto Days.
Okay.
And I was like, what is going on? I was like, I don't know any of these. I was like, I told you what I wanted. And they just sent me those random shit. They also sent me this Naruto hoodie that legitimately looked like it had been like drop shipped. Like it was like weathered, like it was like clearly like printed on a graphic, and it was like weathered in green, and it was like it had like stripes across it, and I was like,
You're really not making a good case for that. We love you, Viz.
well,
opening.
listen, I do love Viz, but like it was a pretty shitty package. I'm sorry, it was objectively a really bad package. So if I had to go one video game, probably The Witcher, because like we've already like
we have one. That doesn't count.
a
Change
movie.
your
It was a
opinion.
movie.
Change your answer.
I want like a whole thing like following. Okay, fine. If it's not Witcher, Elden Ring would be sick.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like a Dark Souls or an
already
Elden Ring.
an insanely convoluted plot that's built for anime.
Yeah, I would love like a little like 1-2 season max, like Dark Souls or Elden Ring one. That's just like dark as hell, really depressing. Like that'd be hype. I'd be super into that.
So like recently, me and Dorothy rewatched this movie called Boss Level.
Okay.
It's the Frank Grillo vehicle. It's like a B tier action movie on Hulu. For those of you who enjoy hold up. We got a super chat. I'm gonna go read it.
Go read it.
Thank you for $20. The merch is not out yet, unfortunately, because we're big dumb idiots, and Danny won't send his merch ideas to Cody, so Cody can't make the website.
I'm getting them finished.
Yes,
They're almost done.
I'm also in the process of getting OA merch finished, so it's gonna be a couple of weeks.
Oh, sick, cool.
But yeah, so I like to blame Danny. Whenever there's a chance, I blame Danny. But yes, so we will have merch in a couple of weeks. I appreciate the question, and I appreciate the $20. It's very nice of you. As I was saying, if I had to choose, Elden Ring.
Yeah,
just
fair.
because a lot of the process of figuring out the plot of Elden Ring is like reading.
Yeah.
Like you have to like read entries, you have to read like the in-world books and like
Fuck that.
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
Even once. Every Skyrim book It's just an accessory. I pick it up because I'll flip through every single page to see
in
if I
case
get
you get locksmith.
exactly. Yeah. Or like any boost, like a stealth boost, and I'm like, all right, cool. Never looking at that again. Fucking toss it. Like I'm not reading in a video game. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
I'll look it up on YouTube. Somebody will explain the plot to me in a much better and more comprehensive manner.
Yeah,
it's easy as that. So yeah, I would say Elden Ring. If I can't choose The Witcher.
Yeah, which you can't.
It's 3 books.
There's already a show and a game and an anime. We don't need more Witcher shit. Not letting you have a boring answer.
All right, to move on to a different anime topic, Hell's Paradise. I want to talk about it. Are you caught up with Hell's Paradise?
Nope.
Okay.
But I will be.
How far into Hell's Paradise are you?
Episode 4.
Gotcha. So it's only like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So you're not like super far behind.
Yeah.
It's just now beginning to hit its stride. I feel like there's a battle against a giant Rucorona, something like that.
Ricotta.
That's cheese, I think. Is ricotta cheese?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not like yogurt.
Here, let me up my credibility.
Uh-huh.
It's cheese.
Oh, for those of you who didn't know, he just did the universal Italian sign. Now I believe him. So there's like that battle happening, and it's like I said last episode, it's wild how fast they're moving through it. No one's talking about it.
Hell's Paradise?
Yeah.
I saw a thing today that was like, Hell's Paradise might be the best anime of 2023 on Instagram. And I was like, oh, wow, people are really into it. Scroll up a little, Crunchyroll posted that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're
you fuckers.
You
like,
have a vested interest in that
what?
opinion.
Yeah, no one's really talking about it. It's weird to see which anime gets talked about. Because the same thing happened with like Trigun. Kind of
disappeared.
Universally loved, disappeared. No one talked about High Card, as I mention all the time.
Yeah, see, that is the, like obviously like Trigun Stampede. A lot of people watched. Like Hell's Paradise, a lot of people were watching. You are the solo person on the hill for High Card.
I am the one who watched High Card, and then Blue Lock was the only one that kind of survived with some staying power out of like last season.
I guess. I mean, Vinland Saga's still running.
No one's talking about it. Same with Tokyo Revengers.
Well, Tokyo Revengers is over. That finished last season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that came and went.
It was only 12 episodes, I think.
Wow. So Vinland Saga, though, no one's talking about it. Demon Slayer, people are kind of talking about a little, not as much as you'd think.
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like nobody's, I don't know, maybe we're just not tapped in, but I feel like people aren't, like, we're talking about it. Obviously, it's our job to. But, like, I feel like I'm scrolling, like, I'm not scrolling TikTok, and, like, I'm not seeing people talking about the Swordsman's Village arc. And, like, maybe it's because we're in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And, like the hype moments we haven't had, like, the episode 10, 11, 12, like, hype moments. But, like, Hell's Paradise is very good.
Yeah.
Like, it is, like, it's very, very good and very excited about it. And we just got to our first nudity scene.
Nice.
No nipples yet.
Right.
But technically, the manga also doesn't have nipples.
Nipples in anime is so interesting to me because I will like, most anime doesn't show nipples.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a ton of cleavage and sometimes so much cleavage that anatomically the woman can't have nipples.
Be there.
Yeah,
yes.
like anatomically it means she doesn't have nipples.
It's like the bra like starts here.
Yeah.
And like it's like the boob is over. And I'm like, that is more than 80% of the where are her nipples on the
where
underside?
Are areolas.
Yeah.
Like, but so then when I'm so used to that when I do see a nipple, like I could see a woman 97% naked in an anime and I'll roll my eyes, but I'm like, oh, whatever, that's anime. When I see a nipple,
You're like,
I'm like, what is this? Whoa, my children, my future children.
Did we accidentally stumble into the anime world?
Yeah, what is this, pornography?
Yeah, it is literally, like, it could be like a whole scene from like High School DxD, and it's like them like holding like, or like even like, I guess that's a terrible example because there's many nipples in High School DxD, but like Naruto having like clouds floating in front of his like female version boobs, and you're like, oh. If one of those clouds kept going and I saw Naruto's fucking nipple,
that's an instant my stars and garter from me.
I would shit.
Yeah.
I would literally like.
That's so fair. It'd be worse knowing it's Naruto's nipple.
Right.
If I saw Naruto's cooch in one episode, just like in the episode after he fights Sasuke, I then have to see Naruto's
It's like
pussy.
a filler episode.
Like, no thanks.
Filler episodes like Naruto takes a bath and it's just full asshole, and you're like, oh!
It's just like an episode Jiraiya's like banging some girl, and then you hear poof, and then Naruto's like, haha, got you, pervy sage. And he's like, what have I done?
He just
strangles Naruto to death so it doesn't get out.
He takes a Rasengan, slowly pushes it into his own brain. How would you commit suicide in the Naruto world? You think they use ninjutsu?
There's gotta be so many like insane ways,
Right?
Like,
Like you just like I don't like you can't use fireball jutsu. I mean, I guess you could use the
Well, that's interesting. I always wonder, quickly moving away from this weird Jiraiya bangs Naruto fanfic.
yeah, that's fine. We've all read it.
I always wonder, like, when a person's power has friendly fire. You know what I mean?
All of them.
But like Bakugo's arms don't explode when he does his things. You know what I mean? Like can Sasuke's fireball jutsu burn him to death?
So actually, if I could be the nerd here,
you can.
So yes,
yeah,
it can. Because so like we've seen jutsus reflected upon each other, but a really good example of like there being friendly fire for fire-based jutsus is actually Asuma's jutsu, which is hidden in burning ash. It's like a Saratobi specialty. And what they do is they expel a ton of ash that's made out of gunpowder, and they keep flint in their teeth. So when they click their teeth together, it explodes the gunpowder. But the thing is, the Saratobis have to be careful about when they use it, because if the wind blows it back, it'll like blow up their allies and themselves.
Wow,
so
that's
like
sick.
Just because they use a fire-based jutsu doesn't mean they're resistant to fire.
Right.
At the same time, Shisui, it was said his fireball jutsu was so big that he literally had to use Anbu level water release in his own mouth to not burn the inside of his mouth.
Whoa.
So yes, like it can be used against you.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I hate that I knew the answer to that.
Yeah, me too. But
I'm not entirely sure if if you ask me a question revolving around Naruto that's not just not asinine.
Yeah. You'll know it.
99% chance I know it.
That makes you're literally like a Naruto historian. Like you could teach a college course on it. You have the credentials.
I hate that that's correct.
But
I
like,
really do.
Do you know what do you ever wonder that about other anime, I suppose?
If I'm like,
where it's like, you know,
who's the guy?
Well, no, it's like this character does electric attacks. Like, can Denki get shocked by a different electric guy?
Well, you know what I really like about One Piece is that they like build that in. So like there's a guy from Baroque Works, the guy with the bomb fruit.
Yeah.
He like picks his nose and flicks it. He's immune to explosions.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Like
that I like when they do that. Anel is obviously like, you haven't been to Skypiea yet, but like he's immune to electric attacks.
Right.
And like there is a good amount of consistency. I'm trying to think, like it's usually applied to like Logia. I got yelled at the last time.
Logia?
I think it's Logia. I think it's a hard G. Okay. Whatever. And Paramecia type people who are like built like around like substances or ideas. But I think like the best example I forget, he was like Mr. 2 or something. The guy with the bombs is immune to bombs. And then like people with like dice fruit, like Buggy, he's immune to blades.
Yeah, right.
So like that my ability is to cut myself in half. You can't cut me in half.
Yeah, right.
Which like it kind of makes sense, but I don't think it really applies to universes outside of One Piece. Like obviously, like Bakugo can hurt himself with his stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so like
I guess Deku also hurts himself the whole first like 3 seasons.
And it's like another like what's going on in the manga right now is like Endeavor and Toya, Dabi are like battling. I'm not gonna tell you how it's going, but like a big speaking point in their battle is like they're both immune to flames, but only to a certain degree.
Gotcha.
So like they can like what?
Degree.
Yeah. Completely accidental.
Yeah.
But like they can only burn to a certain like, and it's like whose flames burn hotter. Like whose flames are like burned to a degree that can burn somebody who's immune to fire.
Right. That's cool.
Like, yeah, that is. And then like obviously like the half cold, half hot. What's his name?
Todoroki.
Todoroki. Like he can get like frozen by using his stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so can Aokiji from One Piece.
Okay.
Because Aokiji, whenever he uses his stuff, like if he like freezes an ocean, it like freezes half of his body.
Right.
I don't know if there's like a max to it or not, but like when he uses his fruit, it freezes him.
Wow, what a fucking thorough answer to my fun little. What do you think this?
No, because it's objective. It's a really good question. It's objectively like it is like a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
Like, are you immune to what? And there is like kind of inconsistencies, but I think One Piece is the best at keeping it consistent. Okay. Do we want to do our game?
We do.
Right.
We have a very fun game today because we can both participate, but only Nick can win or lose.
Yes.
Technically.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we have 10 dub voice lines.
Yes.
From different anime dubs that Nick has not seen or heard.
I don't watch dubs.
I do. So
I mean, it's not that I don't want to be. I keep up with anime as it comes out, and like the dub doesn't come out for months after. So like, if I've seen a show multiple times, like Hunter x Hunter or Naruto, I've seen the dub.
Yeah.
But like Everything else, like Dr. Stone, anything I'm watching seasonally, I watch the subs. Not some fucking asshole who's like, you can't watch dub.
I do. It depends on the show. Some dubs suck. Trigun's we've talked about is bad.
Objectively bad.
Others I enjoy enough. I don't have access to the thing still. So
Okay.
you have to bring it up.
So how it's going to work is that you guys are going to see through the power of editing that there's going to be 10 voice lines that I have to see whether or not I know them. And if I do know them, if I know 6, I believe, if I know the majority, what are the circumstances here?
So if Nick gets 6 of these voice lines right, then he gets to give me homework. I have to watch 12 episode season, or 12 episodes by next podcast.
Yes.
And then give a little report on what I thought of it. Vice versa if he gets 6 wrong.
So you give me homework.
Yeah, then I give you homework.
What was the drunk thing?
I want to do one where the consequence is the loser gets drunk.
I feel like that should be a head-to-head though.
Okay.
That should be a double input type beat.
Okay.
We can like maybe do more anime silhouettes or more games that you guys want to see. You guys can let us know.
Suggest games.
So let's get it started.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So once again, just so everyone knows, if Nick gets these 6 of these dub voice lines right, then he wins. If he gets 6 wrong, he loses.
Bingo.
Okay, ready? First one.
Tasty.
That's easy. I'm not going to answer till the end for podcast continuity here, but that's so easy.
Tasty.
Fucking.
You don't have to pause it. You just keep it going.
Okay, what is it?
That's Rengoku.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Very obviously Rengoku and Mugen Train here.
Yeah.
I've seen Mugen Train in both English and Japanese, so that's going to be an easy first one for me.
Yeah.
Just keep
Tasty.
going. He's going to
I
give
am.
me.
Well, for our audio.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be that loud.
Why are you smiling?
Sir, apologies. When I'm nervous,
Oh.
my face compulsively tightens in
Yeah,
such a way
that
that my
is-
teeth are exposed.
Okay, that's definitely Shinra.
Yeah.
Is that who we're? Is that yeah? That's Shinra.
Yeah, that's Shinra.
That's his dub voice.
Yeah, isn't that awful?
Apologies. When I'm
not
nervous,
good.
my
Yeah.
face
That's not-
compulsively
stop
tightens
fucking with it.
Wow,
in
I'm
such
doing
a
the
way that
audio.
my teeth are
What do you mean you're
exposed.
doing the audio?
You don't need to hear it while we're talking, right?
Isn't there times after?
No.
There isn't? Oh.
You put the dick in predictable and went for my head like a dipshit.
What?
Here comes the second one.
You put the dick in predictable and went for my head like a dipshit.
And went from I feel like the only show where there'd be that much like cussing, but also like it's kind of like we're trying to be edgy is gonna be Blue Lock.
No, your final answer?
I'm
Are
gonna
you blue locking that in?
I'm gonna say it's
Do you notice the voice like modulation?
you put the dick in I think like yeah, but like also like I've seen a couple of things out of the Blue Lock dub where they're like, oh look, got him, or like, oh man, this dude's built different. Like they try to be like edgy and like modern with the dub, but I hate it. So I'm gonna say you put the dick in predictable. And you went for my head like a that's the line.
Like a dipshit,
Like
yeah.
a dipshit. That's a fucking horrendous line. I'm gonna go with Blue Lock Isagi.
No, it's Denji from Chainsaw Man.
That's Chainsaw
That's
Man's
Chainsaw
dub?
Man. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's I know I've said oh maybe you can watch whatever you want. You watch if I had to listen to Denji sound like that the whole time. His Japanese voice actor is so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's really
awful.
good. Okay,
All right,
next.
all right.
Can't eat the whole thing
yeah.
alone, you pig.
You're eating me! My hand! My
That means we don't eat our friends, okay?
I know that voice
Can't
actor.
eat the whole thing alone, you pig.
You're eating me! My hand! My
Listen, that means John. We don't eat our friends, okay?
We don't eat our friend. I know that voice actor.
Fucking hold on.
Do
so
you
hard to do this.
Do you even know who it is? I mean, it tells you the
it
answer.
showed me, but that's a tough one. That's
I
a really
know
hard
that's
one.
a very iconic voice. He voices a bunch of other people.
Okay, there's 3 people in that, which makes it tough. So just guess the anime.
We don't eat our friends?
Mm-hmm.
We don't eat our friends? Is it
People do be getting eaten in this anime.
do they get eaten in the anime?
Yeah.
That's is that Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
It's Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that was
Oh wait, no. That voice, that's why I know it. That's why I know it. It's not Armin, is it?
No.
It's Connie.
Yeah, it's
Connie.
Connie. Whoa, look
Yeah,
at
okay.
you.
All right, got it.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
That's something I noticed before. You're as loud as you
Oh,
are
it's easy.
short, aren't
Iconic.
Yeah!
you? Shut up, kid.
Right, sorry.
This show I have watched in dub.
I don't know. What is it?
That show is
That's something I
objectively
noticed
better
before.
in
You're as
dub.
loud
Oh,
as you are
what? You're
short,
wrong.
aren't you?
What is it?
Black Clover.
Shut up, kid.
Much
Terrible in dub.
Objectively better in dub.
Terrible.
That's
in
Yami.
dub.
It's Yami and Asta talking. Yami's voice actor, incredible. Fits his
Okay.
body perfectly. Sounds like a smoker. Great.
Yeah.
Asta's yelling actually is less terrible in the first 30 episodes in dub. And the reason I started Black Clover in sub and everyone was like, I was like, oh my God, this character, I can't fucking deal with
Yeah.
it. Everyone was like, it's better in dub. It is.
Wow, crazy. I tried a little in dub and I was like, this is the worst thing ever. Interesting. Okay, ready? Next.
Historically, an assassin who can pull off either gender is a huge asset in the
Oh, yeah.
field.
I don't like where this is going.
He's
I-
right. Except I'm not so sure I buy you as a dude.
I'd really appreciate it if we dropped
This
some-
I've only seen in sub.
Okay.
But I
Historically,
know
an
for a
assassin
fact
who
it's
can pull off
Assassination
either
Classroom.
gender
It's
is a huge asset
that's
in the
Karma
field.
talking
I
to
don't like where
Nope.
this is going.
He's right.
yeah, it's Karma.
Nope.
Except I'm
I
not so
know
sure
it's
I buy
Karma
you as a
talking to the
dude.
main character of
No.
the show.
Appreciate it if
It's
we
not
drop
Karma
some-
talking to
No,
the main
it's not
character?
Karma.
Oh.
Karma's not in the scene.
What's the main character's show called? I'm completely forgetting what the main character of the show is called. It's the femboy moment where he's got blue hair. They put him in a skirt. I do not remember the main character of the shows, but it's Assassination Classroom.
Nagisa. Yeah.
Nagisa.
You're
That's
right.
what it is.
You are right. You
Yeah.
won that. These are weird because there's a lot of characters in
Yeah,
them.
exactly,
So you kind
yeah.
of have to guess the anime.
But it's good for context.
Yeah.
It's hard to get context with only one character.
yeah. Oh, there's Karma. That one's Karma.
I will be vindicated
Okay, ready?
one day.
Hey, I wasn't planning on showing up, but you got kind of roughed up, kid. I'll show the second years. Say cheese.
I don't know it.
Only because of how goofy he is, and because he said second years, it's Gojo.
It is
Hey.
Gojo.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
look
wasn't
at you.
planning on
Gojo's- but
showing
that-
up, but you got kind of roughed up,
Gojo's
kid.
English voice actor is
I'll show the
is
second
fine.
years.
He
Say
matches.
cheese.
What really throws me off in that show is Yuji's English voice
Yuji
actor
sucks.
is not good.
Yeah.
And so, but Gojo's is pretty good. I think it's actually somebody pretty I think it's not Matt Mercer. No,
Didn't sound like
I
him.
don't think it is. But Gojo's Japanese voice actor,
Yeah, really
God,
good.
he's hot. Yeah,
Real
no,
good.
so absolutely, yeah, it's Gojo.
Okay,
That's
ready?
5, right?
You're definitely winning this.
Okay.
Like, you've definitely won. We'll just go through them all.
Gotcha.
I'm starving.
Please have some fromage.
It's
Already?
the easiest English.
Feeding me cheese. And
How
little
many
did
other
I
people
know,
sound like that?
Even stranger things were in my future.
Oh, I do know this.
It's Deku.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Damn, these
I'm
are easy.
starving.
How many people sound like
You,
Please have some
I can't
fromage.
believe that you've
Oyama was
heard
force
most
feeding
of
me
these.
cheese.
I will.
And little
You
did
know
I
most of these.
I
Even
only watch
stranger things were
MHA
in my
in
future.
sub, but the reason I knew that was Deku is because of how memed his English voice has become.
Yeah.
he's like, I'm a,
I'm a failure.
I'm a failure.
Yeah.
Like even the abridged versions of him sound just like him.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
This was rigged from the start.
They just like the dubs are pretty iconic.
Okay, here we go.
Prepare to be hunted. What will his first move be? I can't wait to find out.
That dude was trying to attack you.
I have no idea.
I have
Prepare to be hunted. What will his first move be? I can't wait to find out.
That dude was trying to attack you.
that dude was trying to prepare to be hunted. And then he gets taken out. Well, I don't.
What's something that's very dramatic and then suddenly not?
Yeah, I think it would either be Psyche K or Mob Psycho because of the ridiculousness of it. I'm gonna go with Psyche K.
Final answer?
Yeah, sure.
One Punch Man.
One Punch
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Also, very much haven't seen it in dub.
It's like some gray-haired dude attacking a man on a bicycle, and then Saitama comes and saves him.
Is the man on a
It's
bicycle?
not the bicycle man.
It's not.
No.
It's not Moomin Rider.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
Don't you
It's
dare
not.
call Moomin Rider a man on a
It's
bicycle.
just a man on a bicycle.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, last one.
Have you lost all respect for your elders? I never had any respect for you to start with. Elders like you love to act important, and frankly, it just sucks.
Iconic voice actor. Iconic voice actor.
Here it comes again.
respect for your elders? I never had any respect for you to start with. Elders like you love to act important, and frankly, it just sucks.
Okay, yep. So I think he does Ayana Koji's voice as well in English. Elders like you like to act important. Oh wait, is that JJK again?
Final answer?
Is that Gojo
yeah,
talking
it's
to
Gojo
it's Gojo
again.
yeah, it's Gojo talking to the elders again. Yeah,
that was interesting that he threw in a thing.
Gojo twice.
You almost swept that.
I think I got 2 wrong.
Yeah, 2 wrong.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
I gotta figure out what your homework is.
Yeah, what's my homework? I've only seen season 1 of Castlevania, if that helps.
You want it to be Castlevania so
I like
bad.
kind of don't.
You're such a little slut for
I
Castlevania.
I would love a curveball.
I'm not gonna give you a curveball. It's gonna be very. You know what? Because like here's the thing. I know our viewers would objectively want for you to watch something huge, like Hunter x Hunter or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. But like part of me wants to give you one that's like 12 episodes. It's incredible. Like, and we can talk about like it'll be a more niche like audience. But at the same time, have you seen Assassination Classroom?
I have.
Oh shit.
Seen all of it. You haven't, right?
Oh, absolutely, I have. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. It's one of my favorite anime of all time.
I can't tell anymore.
No, Assassination Classroom is very good.
Okay.
And it was Karma. Have you seen Angel Beats?
No.
That's your homework.
That's my homework? How long is it?
Angel Beats, 12 episodes.
Wow.
In and out. You will cry. Okay. Be prepared. Honestly, I think, man, the thing is about Angel Beats is I feel like your community is gonna love that you're watching Angel Beats because it's got romance aspects, but it's also a comedy anime. Okay. Very funny, very touching, compelling storyline, a good line of mystery, and then a devastatingly sad but also happy ending.
Okay.
And I feel kind of bad for giving it to you because I feel like you could do it for reaction content.
I've done like actions before, like my Avatar stuff. I've seen all of Avatar. It just becomes like a commentary thing.
Gotcha.
So there won't be a lot of whoa, this happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's kind of like a really big twist in Angel Beats, but like it's like a M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Maybe I'll do a reaction of when I get to whatever. Tell me what episode the twist is on, and I'll just record that one.
Okay, yeah.
So I can get it done in a week.
I think it's pretty obvious, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, Angel Beats.
Okay.
That's your homework.
All right,
Oh, I'm
fine.
so excited to talk about it. Holy shit.
Whatever our next game is, I gotta get you to watch Arcane.
This is great.
I like this.
It's only 12 episodes, right?
Yeah.
I think
Arcane's 9.
It's 9 episodes?
Yeah.
Wow, that's easy.
Yeah.
That'd be weird if somebody hadn't seen it. Imagine like it's like 9. So what is that? Was that 3 hours?
Imagine somebody constantly being like, "Yeah, Arcane sucks."
What kind of fucking idiot wouldn't watch that? Oh my god! All right, you want to get to best boy?
Yeah.
My best boy is Futao and Jutao. I believe that's their names. Yeah, I know. Stupid. You're telling me. But it's from Hell's Paradise.
Nice.
I think is it Jutao? No, I'm just getting Hutao. What? Oh God, I have to look this up. The Lord Tenzin.
Wow, really, really connected your best boy here.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, the problem is all of the Lord Tenzin are kind of the same thing. It's Jufa and Taufa.
Not even close.
It's not super far off. So Jufa and Taufa, they're the first Lord Tenzin that we've seen in Hell's Paradise. Chobe and Toma stumble upon them, and it's the first moment of like sexual energy we get in Hell's Paradise because these two, like all of the Lord Tenzin were separated into like studying different types of Tao. And there's like certain ways to improve your Tao. And one of them is Bochu Jutsu,
right?
Which is where you
just banging.
Yeah, but like, so these two have just been fucking for 1,000 years.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. We love that.
Yeah.
And so like we get the first scene of these two just like smashing bits.
Ugh.
Yeah. So episode 6 came in hot. So like best boy and girl because they're the only two people that actually like remain a gender because like their whole thing is like one tries to say yin and one tries to say yang and they have sex to understand the yin and the yang. So Hell's Paradise, and because we are now getting into the Lord Tenzin who are the actual bad guys of the show and the show picking up, Jutao, Futao, best boy and girl.
How now that we're 6 episodes in,
what have you done to my $100 bill?
I've a lot.
Oh my god,
I've really put it through the ringer here, but it still works.
That's our hot red button to push.
It still works, as in you can't use it to buy things.
Well, I mean, it says for movie purposes on
exactly.
it, so it was never the case.
How now that we're 6 episodes in, how do you think like the manga compares to the anime? Like, if you had to recommend one to somebody,
they're the same. Like it's like it's kind of
like a 1-to-1.
It's the Chainsaw Man thing.
Yeah,
it's like
Chainsaw Man's so different from the manga.
No, it's not.
So not like
because one's got color and one doesn't.
Not plot wise, but in terms of like mood and tone, the Chainsaw Man is so different from the manga. There were petitions to get the studio changed.
Yeah, but there's always people upset about something.
But it's different. It's not like
they were upset it was too colorful or something like that. They want to mute it.
the like tone is a lot different. It's a lot like darker and more somber in the anime, and in the manga, it's like
It's kind of
more
chaotic.
lighthearted, chaotic.
That's fair. It is kind of all over the place.
I'm now realizing this question is not going to get a valid answer.
Well, no, because I think Mappa's actually done a very good job with Hell's Paradise because a big part of Hell's Paradise is the grandeur and beauty of the island, but like how terrifying that grandeur and beauty is because it's supposed to be Senshoko, I believe is what it's Shinsenshoko or something like that, which is like the Japanese idea of like heaven.
Yeah.
And so like it's supposed to be this mystical place, but like a misappropriated version of it. And I think Mappa's kind of leaned into like the use of watercolor-ish things like Gabimaru's like aesthetic blaze is very like watercolory, and the island itself is very pretty, but like the juxtaposition of the entities on the island are like very ugly and terrifying to look at. So I think it's good. I think it's like, but the manga is also incredible. But the pacing is really good. Like there's nothing I can fault in the anime currently, except for like in episode 2, there was a couple of like chunky animation moments. But that's it.
Got you.
So like 1 and 1. Like genuinely, if you want to be done with the story tomorrow, read the manga. But if you want to like enjoy the biggest thing I will say is there's a lot of terms and ideas that are like from feudal era Japan.
Right.
And in the manga, it'll be like
give us a little translation.
It'll say the word, and then like under the panel it'll be like it'll explain why that's being used. And you don't get that in the anime. So there's like I've read the manga, so like I understand it, but like just watching the anime, they throw out words and you're like
yeah.
Because like they don't use the words for Japan or China or Okinawa. It's all like the idea, like all the words they use for those countries and places in Edo era Japan.
Yeah.
So like and then there's like a bunch of like Taoist and Buddhist like beliefs and ideas that are like tied in because that's just like what it is, like the middle way. So I feel like if you're looking for like exposition and really understanding the story, the manga is better, but they're both fine.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah.
My best boy is the Fire Punch manga because I've read the first 3 volumes now.
How many volumes are there?
8.
Oh.
In total. Yeah.
Almost
so
there.
I'm cooking. I'm flying. It's pretty good.
Do you hurt yet?
It's like, here's the thing. It's like definitely like trauma porn for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. It's just like, but it's so edgy in the way that it's like, oh, it's a bad guy. I wonder how many pages it's going to take for him to essay somebody. Like, it's very that.
You're always on the grid. Like, you're just waiting.
It's just every character, like, the dialogue is so not very good.
Yeah.
Like, all the villain, there's, like, one line where, like, a villain is like, he's like, do you think they'll let us go after we complete this mission? And the other guy's like, I don't know. I just can't wait to get back to killing and R-ing again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, what is this? And everyone is like, it's very like, I have to live because if I stop living, I won't be able to have rice anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have to convince me on why you want to live. Living, the most universally relatable want,
exactly,
like on Earth of every creature. It's like every character is like, I'll do anything you want except stop living. That's the one thing. And it's like, fair.
You mean the biological like need to continue living to propagate your seed?
The most relatable motivation on Earth.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just very that, which is kind of disappointing because I love the Chainsaw Man anime's dialogue, and it's almost making me wonder if I just put in a lot more mental legwork into that, where I'm like, oh,
into Fire Punch?
No, into Chainsaw Man,
Gotcha.
where I'm like, was the dialogue as good as I remember it being?
Yeah, you're like, is this objectively stupid?
Yeah. But like on the other hand, like the Fire Punch manga, the story's very engaging. Like there's a lot of twists and turns. It's definitely like keeping my interest, and it's cool.
Okay.
It's tough to understand what's happening sometimes visually because the man do be on fire the whole time.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's hard to see what's happening.
Genuinely the worst part of the manga, like any manga, is like you're like,
yeah.
What are they? Who's winning?
Yeah.
Like what? Did they just break through a wall? Is that Deku? I'm reading bored. Like, what's going on?
There's a part where, so Fireman is about a guy who is invincible, not invincible, but he has insane regenerative powers. And so he meets a guy with fire powers.
Who lights him on fire?
And this fire doesn't extinguish until it eats away whatever it's burning.
Amaterasu against an infinitely regenerating body.
Yeah, so this man is infinitely on fire.
Yeah.
Which is a sick motivation for a revenge plot.
Well, also because the main character came from a poor village, and like because he had the regeneration, he would feed his village his body.
Yeah.
And this guy with the fire was like, he found out there were cannibals, and he was like, oh, everybody dies now.
Yeah. So it's like very sick, very cool motivation. But so the main guy can regenerate, and there's one part where this just flaming mess of a man like tears his own head off. It took me 3 more pages to realize he'd done that. Like, it's a lot of that, but it's cool. It's also funny. So he gets burned alive when he's like 13. And then 8 years go by of him just burning and trying to figure out how to be a functioning person while dealing with the insufferable pain of burning alive.
Exactly.
8 years goes by, and all of a sudden, he is fucking yoked. just screaming in the snow for 8 years straight. Comes out ginormous.
I mean, you could imagine he burnt off all the calories.
All the calories, yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
That's I'm learning.
Yeah, you're keeping up.
Yeah, it's dialysis. It's working its way into my brain.
But yeah, in summary, not Chainsaw Man, Fire Punch, it's pretty cool.
It is trauma porn for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like it's very much like Berserk if Berserk didn't have interesting like subplots.
Yeah.
It was like there wasn't like the this has been around for almost 40 years and like it's been built into one of the more complete and fleshed out universes. It's more like you wanna hurt and you wanna hurt real bad. Here's Fire Punch. And at the same time, like it's just the mangaka he's a sick man.
He is a sick man.
He's just a sick man, and he loves women that are mean to him.
Yeah.
And like you can just once you understand that like the mangaka just like wants a woman to like genuinely beat the shit out of him, you see it in the stripe of all of his writing.
There's a lot of like him-isms. Like everyone's just chain smoking, loves cigarettes. Did you know he was a lawyer in Washington, D.C.? Before he was a mangaka?
Nope.
Yeah, it's in the back of the book. There's little facts about him.
Imagine you're sitting in jail right now. This guy destroyed your trial. Like absolutely like just like found the other like the prosecuting lawyer like really sexy and just let her win. And you're just like you pick it up and you're like you see his name on the spine of fucking Fire Punch.
I did 10 to 30 because of this guy.
It's like I would literally be livid, dude. Oh my god. What a story that would be. Okay, my flashback episode, also known as my news, big news coming out this week in the manga space. So there's the two biggest companies when it comes to anime and manga in the world are Shueisha and Kodansha.
Yeah.
And so Shueisha for a long time has had a manga app called Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
It's like $2 a month. You get access to all of your shonen favorites. So, you get Naruto, Boruto, One Piece, Bleach, all of it. If you want something like a seinen, it's not on there, unfortunately. You can't find Vinland, you can't find Chainsaw Man, and you can't get Hell's Paradise. Really, if anything's like more mature, you can't find it on the Shonen Jump app. So Kodansha was like, damn, there's not really an app for people looking for non-shonen content, like stuff outside of your typical battle royale type anime or manga.
There's Viz.
Well, so yeah, but Viz is kind of Shonen Jump.
That's okay. I was waiting for like an explanation because I have Viz, and it's also just shonen shit.
They're both owned. So Shueisha owns both Shonen Jump and Viz.
Weird. Yeah, I got you.
So it's kind of one of the same. It's the same thing rebranded. So Kodansha was like, we're gonna make this thing called K Manga, which is like $5 a month or something, and it gives you access to all these different types of like manga that you love that like aren't shonen. And so Kodansha was like, yeah, we're gonna corner the market. This is huge.
Yeah.
Shueisha heard that, and they were like. I don't know about that. So they were like, we're going to release a manga app that's outside of the shonen category that's coming out a week before and is a little cheaper. So like the biggest like kick in the balls, just like you thought like type thing I've ever seen. So now it's great for everybody because competition, isn't a monopoly and we get better prices. And now there's a competition to see like who has the better UI and all of that. So currently, what there hasn't been a space for is like if you've been trying to find Hell's Paradise or manga that aren't Shonen Jump, both K Manga and I don't remember the name of the one Shueisha is making are coming out pretty soon here.
Interesting.
They're not going to be that expensive, and you're going to have access to all of the manga you've had to illegally read now. Like I've had to read Hell's Paradise illegally, And every single time I go to a new chapter, I get like Horny Town, best mobile video game. Like, like
it's like watch dumb slut that looks like Velma get railed.
Exactly.
Like,
They're like your girlfriend. Don't let your girlfriend see you making this one. And I'm like, okay, can I just want to get to chapter 82, please.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be like now like Seinen and all those other kind of things like coming to a new app, which is huge.
Yeah, that's so many fucking apps. It's weird that Viz...
Life is streaming services.
It's weird that Viz's response, or Shueisha's or whatever, their response is to make another third app rather than to be like, we'll just put the seinen on
Viz
Shonen
manga.
and Viz. Yeah.
Because like it's
Just
called,
make them one. Why do you have 3 fucking manga apps?
That I don't understand.
That's insane.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But Shonen Jump, like I understand not wanting to put it there.
Yeah.
It's called Shonen
It's like
Jump.
the kid-ish
Also,
one.
Shonen Jump releases physically every week.
Yeah.
So like they have to like release like all. So it's like Black Clover, Sakamoto Days, Undead Unlock, all come out every single week in terms of like, and they just sell them in like gas stations. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of funny in Japan. It's like manga. And then right next to the manga is the porn. It's so like you walk in at every gas station, like every single like ABC. No, it's not ABC Mart there. It's Family Mart. Like every Family Mart or it's not Tesco. That's Ireland. Whatever. Every
a gas station.
Yeah, it's Lawson's. Every Family Mart or Lawson's is like, oh my god, the weekly manga. Then it's like a busty Japanese woman just like right next to it. I'm like over like in the like porn section essentially. I'm like, I'm just here for the manga. Like
I'll take the cartoons, please.
It's so funny. They're just like what is like kind of a very sexually like conservative country. They're just like, here's your porn, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, they're like sexually conservative in every regard except their media for some reason.
Yeah, and they're just like, we're gonna put tits in everything, and like objectively.
Yeah.
And so that brings us to. Wait, did you
Love letters?
Did you do your news? What was your news?
I like have no news other than have you been keeping up with the Full Metal Alchemist's mangaka's new manga?
No, but I've heard about it.
We talk all the time about how we're like, what's the next fucking blah 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 gonna be?
Gotcha.
No one is talking about the fact that the mangaka of Full Metal Alchemist has a new manga out.
What's it called?
It is called, well, I'm glad you asked, Nick, because it's called, thanks for asking. It's called Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Okay. I was going to say, and I'm not prepared. Demons
of the Shadow Realm.
Let's see if it's on Shonen Jump.
It is not on Viz.
It's not on Shonen Jump either.
Yeah.
Okay, illegally downloaded it is.
So,
see, that's why no one's talking about it.
Or maybe it's on one of the 2 new apps coming out.
It's the Crunchyroll effect. Like, if it's not on Shonen Jump, if it's not on Crunchyroll, it's a much higher barrier of entry for me to watch it.
I know. I wish more anime would go on Netflix, because I feel like more people would watch that shit.
Well, that's the future of like mainstream. That's the future of modernization when it comes to anime. Like, once it goes to like the accessible streaming services like Netflix or Hulu, the things everybody has already, that's when anime truly becomes mainstream.
Yeah. But no, her new manga is sick. I read the first like supersized chapter. It's like 70 pages or whatever.
I love that. I love the first chapter, and it's just like, here's everything. You're like, okay.
I hate that.
Why?
I hate when it's like, all right, time to check out a new manga, and it's like chapter 1, 200 pages, and I'm like, no. Like, make the first chapter the shortest chapter.
But then you have to wait a whole week.
Yeah.
They're trying to give you what you want.
In that regard, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, if someone's like, check out this new manga, and I see that like the first chapter is a volume long, fuck that.
It's
like,
the Oshinoko of manga.
I hated that.
They get you. You hated the hour and 20-minute episode?
Yes.
It's transcendent.
It was a good episode, but it took like the internet dragging me to my computer to watch it.
Well, yeah, because the premise was about a gynecologist who gets reincarnated as a 16-year-old he's obsessed with baby.
Exactly. It's just like I have to like clear my schedule to like find out if I like a thing or not.
I guess. It's not like I can finish this while I eat breakfast or something.
I like can't do that. I can't read and eat. Leave me alone.
What?
Anyway, love letters.
What? No. What? I'm sorry. No. Are you so fucking enthralled in your food you can't look up to be like, oh, there's subtitles?
I like
Are you just face down in a plate of spaghetti? Like, like
how
what are you
dare
doing?
you imply that it's spaghetti?
I just know you can't cook.
I like to savor my food. If I'm eating,
you're just like,
listen.
You're just eating like a cartoon character, like,
Listen, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I take a bite of food and then a word comes up, a line, a sentence. I go. I can't focus. No,
You have to float to the nearest pie in the air every time you smell it.
Listen, anime has become my work. Movies sometimes are my work. Video games I sometimes review and will stream.
Okay.
Everything I do is work now. All I want to do is sit down with my meal and watch some fucking YouTube. You know, I don't want to have to sit down, read, and focus on this anime and be like, oh, should I save this for the pod or should I react to this?
See that? Okay, that I understand.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Eating's my sacred time.
Okay. I think of eating time as also very sacred, and I feel that. But at the same time, and I'm not saying that you don't love anime, and I think it's because you react to anime. And I do the same thing. It's why I can't watch One Piece unless I'm working out.
Right.
Because I'm like, fuck, what happens? I'm just like sitting, and I'm like, I want to watch One Piece right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, if I get to something hype and I like skip it and I don't make a video about it, like people are gonna be fucking livid at me. I'm gonna get to like Egghead Island and everyone's gonna be like, oh, you just missed the entirety of Wano? What happened?
But do you think part of the appeal of your videos is that you've just worked out?
No.
Because you can watch One Piece whenever, and
I'm
if a
aware.
hype thing happens.
I'm aware, but like I'm like bopping around. I'm like sweaty. I'm moving. My brain's ticking. I'm like, oh, I'll make this video.
Yeah.
And it's just because like One Piece is like also like One Piece's pacing is such that I need to be doing something else while watching.
Right.
Like it's just like significant. Like the best way to deal with the One Piece pacing is like be like I have to turn around from the TV for 30 seconds while I do this bench set anyways.
Yeah.
So like
sure.
I don't give a shit if like they're grabbing each other's hands in a battle like this for 45 fucking seconds. So like. That in so it's like a combination of the two things. But if I'm just like hanging out and like I don't want to make content right now, I can't watch One Piece.
My brain is programmed now that anime is work.
Yeah,
which sucks. But like
this is kind of what happened on my last podcast. I was like, because I was watching shit I didn't watch anyways.
Yeah.
If this podcast didn't exist, I'd be watching all the shit anyways.
Yeah.
So like I still think of like I just like enjoy anime.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like damn. But I also it's because I don't do reaction shit.
Yeah.
Because like you watch an episode of like and you're like oh fuck. That was pretty good. All right, you have to turn on the computer. Like you have to get like 10 minutes into an episode. And you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And I have to pretend I haven't seen the first 10 minutes of this episode.
Exactly.
It's like people like blind reacting on TikTok. They're like, oh, got tagged in this. I'm gonna blind react.
I know.
And it's like, wow, that is a really perfect reaction you're doing.
It is funny. Worst case scenario is that an anime is really good. Like I hate like sitting down and like
there's something comforting about the fact like, oh, this sucks right now.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll be like, when I get like to like a really slow part in a One Piece arc, I'll be like. I'll go like 5 workouts without needing to make a video about it. I'm like, so nice.
I've like watched a show with my roommates and like made a joke 5 minutes in and they laugh and I'm like, don't laugh. That wasn't that funny, was it? Would other people think that's funny? Fuck, turn it off.
Stop. I'm going to my room.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the love letters. Panda Mom has asked us, what's your biggest turnoff when starting a new anime?
I think immediate fan service.
Okay.
Probably. Like
what's immediate?
Like episode 1, we're already doing like a character trips into some boobs.
Gotcha.
Right? Like because people
clothing gets ripped 7 minutes in. You're like, okay, I know where we're going. Yeah.
People will like come at me because I like grilled Jujutsu Kaisen for being pervy, and like people are like, oh, says the guy who likes Demon Slayer, and I'm like. Demon Slayer gave it like 10 episodes before like Zenitsu was being a freak. Like,
that's fair. Yeah.
Trick me into loving the anime and then slide in some shit so I could be like, all right, well, you know, the rest is good.
Demon Slayer is horny on the back end.
Demon Slayer's so low-key horny.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, now that Mitsuri's joined, I'm like, oh, you're just like the others, you son of a bitch.
You're no different, I know you. Mitsuri is a really compelling character, but like, yeah, like back end, they were like, oh, look at this boy with the tragic backstory.
Yeah.
He lost his parents, oh no. And then it's like, titty scene in the bath, and you're like, I'm too deep now.
Yeah. Now it's like, well, I might as well let this slide. I'm not gonna stop because Tanjiro robed up a woman.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that was like speaking to like his character.
Yeah.
I guess. Listen, not me. I love a horny anime.
Yeah.
High School of the Dead, one of my favorite animes of all time. Monster Musume. We talked about it last week. You throw some titties at me, episode 1. If anything, I'm buckled in. I'm buckled. As long as the story's good and there's titties. That's a hard line to walk.
You know what the worst thing is now? Like
what?
We've become so what's a word?
Desensitized to boobs?
No, well, yes, but we've become so spoiled. Another like turn off. We become
by boobs?
Not by boobs.
Okay.
It's a segue.
Guess whose brain's on boobs?
Yeah, God, I don't like being in this room when you're this horny. No, and you got
riled
no
up.
underwear on there?
No, God, no.
God.
I was walking around the house a couple days ago, and this has a fly with a button on it. I was alone. Button was undone.
Wow.
He was just hanging out.
Buttonless?
It was just hanging out, too. And I just looked down and was like, oh, Jesus.
God, what are you, a fucking animal?
Walking around like a divorced
Just
dad.
hanging out like a fucking elephant, like you're riding an elephant,
like the way too comfortable divorced dad.
Yeah.
I was like, we shit with the door open here.
Jeez.
I just triggered a lot of core memory for divorce, children of divorce.
We no, but I feel like we're so desensitized, or no, so God, you've got me horny now. You turned me on, you bastard.
That's what I do. I'll just talk about divorced dads.
Yeah, God, and the shitting with the door open. Ugh. Catch a glimpse. Anyway, but we're so spoiled. We're so spoiled with great animation now.
Oh, yeah.
That when a new anime comes out, and I'm like, that's fine animation. It's an uphill battle, you know?
It really, like, it is tough because, like, it's like video games nowadays.
Yeah.
If your video game doesn't have ray tracing in, like, 4K, like, if you're not running above, like, 60 FPS on console, like, at, like, 120 on PC, you're like, what is this fucking indie one-person team bullshit?
Yeah.
Like, there's an entire TikTok page dedicated to, like, people rendering stuff in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
And people are just like, is this real? Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know, this is real.
I know. I feel like now if shit's not rendered in Unreal 5, I'm like, what is this, a pixel sprite?
Yeah, like, oh, I didn't know Undertale got remade. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
We're insanely spoiled. For me, I would say any incest nowadays, man. Just any, you
God,
laugh.
you fucking prude.
No, but like you laugh, but like it happens.
Yeah.
Like also, no, you know what it is? A harem.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like it's either like incest or a harem, like in the first like 3 or 4 episodes. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like I got reincarnated into a world and every woman here is horny for me and me alone.
Yeah.
I'm done with the trope, man. I can't do listen, I like Black Clover. Asta, there's 3 women in Black Clover that have crushes on Asta. But that took 170 episodes.
Yeah.
If in the matter of 3 to 7 episodes, there are more than 3 to 7 women thirsting after you, I'm fucking out, Ski. I just can't do it.
No, I know. It's so just like anytime, like if within the first couple of episodes, a female character is introduced and it's like, she's like, I'm shy, but a little horny, but don't be horny at me.
Exactly.
It's like, fucking go like rub one out. Like, calm down.
Like the closest adjacent anime I can do is Fire Force because Fire Force is objectively very fucking horny.
Yeah.
But like Shinra doesn't really have a harem. Like there's
Fire Force is pretty fucking horny though.
And this is the thing that everybody complains about when it comes to Fire Force is Tamaki. Because like Tamaki has the Lucky Letcher thing where it's just like every time she trips all her clothes fall off. And everyone's like, it's distracting from objectively an incredible plot.
Yeah.
Like it's like cool. You're like, boobs, nice. But like it's just like, I don't know. She's like she's a 3rd generation pyrokinetic. She should be like powerful, not boobs.
Fire Force is so lucky that its sound design and animation and premise are so cool.
Yeah.
Because episode 1 or 2, I think, it was the first time one of my TikToks had gotten banned. Like episode 1, 2, or 3, there's a bit where Shinra trips and then his hands go into her like assless chaps.
Yes.
And then she turns around to smack him, which makes him trip again. And then his hand goes up her bra.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Just take the fall, dude. Just fucking take the dentist visit. Oh my God, it's not
just
worth
scrape your knee.
Yeah, it's not worth assaulting this woman on every account. Like,
yeah, and that's like a lot of people are like Tamaki is the worst part of Fire Force. And like they're not super wrong. But at the same time, like she has some interesting-ish moments, but like her most interesting moments are kind of like tied into her being saved.
Yeah.
So like like if there's like an instant harem, I'm just like that's why like Eminence in Shadow. I talked about how I gave up on Eminence in Shadow, and a bunch of people in chat were like, "Oh, you didn't give it enough chance." And like, sure, maybe I didn't give it enough of a chance, but like I just like it was episode 1 and he wakes up and he's surrounded by like 9 gorgeous women, and I'm like the entire like when you have to commit half of the plot time to him being like, "Oh no, there's boobs."
yeah.
It's going to take away from the world building. It's going to take away from everything else. And maybe I'm just less horny. Maybe I have a girlfriend. Like, that could be it.
Maybe.
if Dorothy
How are
kicks-
you guys doing?
Great. Really objectively
Yeah, it
good.
sounds like you've confirmed have a girlfriend.
Yeah, like she's very alive.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't look for her, okay?
Yeah.
But she's alive. She's just not from here. I met her at summer camp. Stop asking questions.
Yeah, she just goes to a different school.
Yeah, it's
in
fine.
Canada.
Yeah, in Canada.
Yeah.
It's Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
You get it? Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah, just don't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, her Facebook's only got 3 photos. I definitely didn't make it.
Oh, and her twin sister. Oof.
Oh my God.
Her twin sister and her stepmom, who also looks just like her.
Yeah.
They're all really hot.
Yeah, all super hot. But
Yeah.
that's it, guys. Everything we have for this week of Otakus Anonymous. Thank you so much for checking in for me and Danny's 18th episode. We are hauling ass. If you guys want to watch us in the short form or support us in any other way, make sure you guys follow us on the TikTok. If you want to support us in a way that helps me and Danny get better equipment, look at Danny's shiny new boom arm. Isn't that sick? It's better than mine. I tried to steal it, honestly. I wanted to give him a bad one. It just didn't work out. And so if you guys want to support us and help us get better equipment and help us get better at everything, go ahead and become a YouTube member. Not only do you support us, but also you get to watch the podcast live. And you get to ask us love letters. And actually, only Panda Mom really gets to ask us love letters, but that's fine.
Yeah. Look,
and
we don't discriminate. We just, well, if anything, I guess we do discriminate.
Discriminate, but only for Panda Mom. Yeah.
Listen, we pick the best ones. I'm sorry that Panda Mom's doing all the legwork here.
Like we said, you just can't argue with the LeBron James
You
of
can't.
asking questions. It's how it boils down. But if you guys want to be the next Panda Mom, then please become a YouTube member, become Team Danny, Team Nick, get cool emotes, badges, all of that, which is great. If you have any questions, direct them to otakusanonymouspodcast@gmail.com. And follow the Instagram account. I've been Nick, also known as the Weeb Commander or NCMer23. Daniel.
I've been award-winning film director Danny
Three-time.
Motta, 3-time award-winning film director Danny Motta, also known as Danny Motta on YouTube, where maybe you'll see an Angel Beats video coming this week.
He's got homework.
Yeah, I have homework. Yeah, so, and that's all. Those are my things.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.